into it, shall we? So this is the Epic Storm. We've played this a couple of times recently. It's been kind of fun. You know, peak legacy is 4 main deck Veil of Summer. I feel like this is, you know, a red elemental blast the cantrips in decks like this, basically. You've got, the way this deck actually wins the game is by generating a bunch of mana with its free mana, and then using the card Burning Wish to fetch a Tendrils of Agony out of the sideboard to drain our opponent out once we have a large storm count. Ways in which we generate lots of storm count and lots of mana are by drawing a lot of our deck with Ad Nauseam, or by ditching Echo of the Eons, courtesy of Lion's Eye Diamond, and drawing a bunch of cards that way. Hey, thanks for the sub, Gift Weasel. I appreciate that. Welcome. We also have a number of Empty the Warrens in the sideboard, which there's 4 copies of this because we frequently board in 3 copies against decks that have prison elements to try and put goblins on the board to get under them, essentially. So let's go ahead and dive on into a league here with this one. Hopefully we run a little bit good and get some good, clean turn 1 wins today. Guess it's a Mox Opal deck. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. This is a deck that's existed around the corners of Legacy for a while, but I do think it got a pretty big upgrade with the addition of Wishclaw Talisman. Wishclaw Talisman makes Mox Opal playable in this deck, which gives it more free mana, which is very valuable. Alec, thank you for the 20 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Just a B, thanks for checking in for the 15th month. Yeah, this is Legacy. Good, clean turn 1 wins are like what this format's about. Good morning, Matthew. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back. Hope you're recovered from your double tournament weekend. Yeah, so we had, the first time we played this, we had a couple copies of Crash in the sideboard. I ended up cutting them for empty just because against the artifact decks, I feel like trying to interact with the artifact decks is a mistake because they just like have so many hate pieces. I'd rather just get under them. My monthly cry for attention. Thanks for the 2 months nap time, or the 3/4 of a year nap time. Welcome back. Zuck Attack. Thank you for the 2/3 of a year. Yeah, I'm not surprised that there's nonsense being flung to try and split progressives and like create bad blood between Warren and Sanders supporters. However, I was incredibly disappointed to see Warren playing into it. I feel like the way her campaign handled the whole situation was not great. And that's without even getting into, you know, conspiracy theories or it being stuff that's potentially made up or not true, etc. Legacy has a ban list, not a restricted list. That is correct. Yeah, Vintage is the only format with the restricted list. This hand doesn't really do anything, right? Like 3 lands is a lot. The Brainstorm could maybe save this hand, but it's not really super appealing. Like if one of these Mox Opals was like an LED, I might keep this hand on the back of the Brainstorm, but the hand's just kind of weak otherwise. Bernie is better than Warren in every sense, correct? I think in the important senses, he tends to be better than Warren, yeah. Warren has pushed some of her policies more center as the primary has gone on, which caused me to kind of lose faith in her that she wouldn't push even further center as the general happened, which is something that happens. Like if you like track Democratic candidates, you'll notice that they push more and more center to try and appeal to more people, not realizing that, like, you know, That worked really well for Hillary. Yeah, Shilling's only bump decks. I guess technically, if you save for Shillionaire, Shillionaire will let you add a deck, but that's the only one. So this hand's not stellar. If this land made blue, it would be a little bit better, but I think we Chrome Mox Ponder here for sure. I bought him the Burning Wish because the Wishclaw Talisman's an artifact to enable Mox Opal potentially down the line. It might have also just been right to turn one Wishclaw here, honestly. Maybe that was more correct. These cards suck. Do not need more lands. Another Chrome Mox is not a great draw. I guess I could play the Wishclaw Talisman here. No, Gnarlroot Trapper only accelerates creatures, right? Or only elves? That's not great. So we're definitely playing this. The question is whether or not I want to play this out. So if I play this out, I only have 3 pieces of mana total. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to go Hellbent. I think I do. I don't know. I can go either way on this. It was probably right to not ponder and to just start on do this land Wishclaw probably. It didn't matter that, of course. Now, one of the nice things is, as long as they don't have pressure in play, we just get to kind of hang out here. Which, if they hadn't had the Force there, the LED would actually have been a really good draw, because it would have given us 6 mana, and we could have Ad Nauseam this turn. Would they pitch to the Force? They pitched to Brainstorm. Hello, Juan. Thank you for the 12 months of support. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thanks for keeping me around. You're having a good one wherever you are. Hey, Zero. Thank you for the absurdly generous tier 3 resub. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Happy Tuesday. 23 months is a while. Yeah, there's only so many Psionic Blasts in the game, right? Bayou could mean it was maybe wrong to play this out. I don't know. It's a tough call because, like, holding this in my hand means that it's susceptible to, like, Hymn to Torok or Thoughtseize, whereas playing it out means it's potentially susceptible to, like, an Abrupt Decay or an Oko. Oko could technically elk my Lion's Eye Diamond. Morning Moonlight. I'm gonna see Theros cards that might fit into Blue Red Emerge. Yeah, I think a couple of the escape cards are worth testing. There's the 3 mana Escape Phoenix, and then there's the 5 mana Escape Ox. I think one or both of those could potentially be good. The Ox could potentially be better than Dig Through Time even in the sideboard. As a card that generates value for you. And utilizes the graveyard a little bit. Legacy, the final frontier, we boldly go where Oko is still legal. Ain't that the truth? Oh, Oko, you loco. We don't have a lot going on here, but, like, as long as we're not under any pressure, we could just, like, you know, Draw an Ad Nauseam. We could draw an Echo and like Echo, draw 7. Good Burning Wish for Echo. Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're having extra cards in your graveyard is a super finite resource. So on the surface level, none of the escape cards look busted. I wouldn't be super surprised if one of them ends up being busted, but yeah, if you scroll down to the notes column, Space Herring, you'll notice that I have some of the decks are tagged with Theros. I think actually the top 2 decks in the queue right now have a Theros tag, so they'll get played after Thursday. Hey, Dougie, thanks for the support. I appreciate that. We'll get that added after the stream today. Perfect. Opponent's doorbell rang, or their cat knocked over their coffee, or their toddler just threw up, or Comcast disconnected their internet, or they're doing their taxes while they play Magic Online. You know, playing Magic Online gets me in a taxes mood sometimes. You only spend so much time looking at a spreadsheet like this before you're like, gosh, I just really need to dig into some numbers. The Ox gets played in Dredge. Quite possibly. That's the single worst part about my job, is that tax season is annoying. It's not that taxes are complicated, because I keep good records and tax software is good, but I have to like wait to get 1099s or whatever the form's called, W2s, from my 1099 miscellaneous and W2s from like 6 or 7 different places that have paid me over the course of the year. It feels like there's always one every year where like either the company went out of business or changed management, and I have to like track people down and be like, hey, I need this form. Please give me this form so I can do my taxes. I'm going to hold on to the second land, or the third land for now, because if we draw a Brainstorm, we could possibly turn that into something else. It's marginally bad against him to Torok, but I think it's correct to hold on to it. The upside, should we find a Brainstorm, is high. This doesn't look like Esper Control. You probably should refresh your web browser. Is my response to you. This doesn't look like Esper Control. Three. It's going to be a Leovold, I assume. Yeah, so we can't draw extra cards. Whenever we target any of their things, they get to draw a card. So since I can't draw extra cards anyways, I might as well play out this Bloodstained Mire now. Did I watch any of the GP coverage this weekend? Nah, Modern is not in a good spot. Or wasn't in a good spot. It could be in a better spot now. I added a Modern deck to the queue myself, and I'm tentatively taking Modern submissions for $50 after the changes they announced yesterday. So that's exciting. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this can fetch and cast an Ad Nauseam here if it resolves. Killed, turn 1, killed by Neotial Brand. Excellent. Sounds like some peak modern right there. That was a Force Negation there. 3 mana negate. Also has an alternative cost. Wonder if this is a matchup where I want Hope of the Ghirapur post board. It probably is. Thanks for the heads up on Stream Decker. Should be good now. We're doing mad clock damage. We are. Yeah, Magic Online really needs a better system for punishing people who are doing something else while they're also playing Magic Online. It's a very self-perpetuating thing. So one person takes forever, so other people then also start to take forever. It's not great. While this person is taking forever, I'm going to run in the other room and plug my phone in, because I forgot to do that last night. So I'll be back in a second. Actually didn't miss anything. What an exciting game. What an exciting game. Thanks for valuing my time, opponent. I appreciate you. For 4, Sequestering Beast. sick. It's going to be longer than the next 3 games. I don't know about that. We have to play against this person again. Alright, so what's our best draw here? Echo of the Eons? Probably Echo, right? Dark Ritual. It's not going to do it. Get one more shot at an Echo here. Burning Wish for Echo also works. Wishclaw for Echo also works. Drawing Echo naturally is ideal, though, because it gives us the most mana. Oh, right, they have Leo. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're dead. Probably shouldn't concede there. It should make them take another 60 seconds to attack us in case we go to a game 3. Is this a game where I want to go slow or fast? I don't know. They have Force Negation. I feel like because they have Force Negation, I'm probably supposed to go a little slow. So cut the Rite of Flame, bring in the Hopes, bring in the Abrupt Decay. Although, a lot of these Sultai decks play Goose, right? Which makes this card really not good because it has to connect. Thanks for the 30 months, Mellow. Yeah, we'll see. My body is prepared to be disappointed. I actually rejected the first modern deck that someone submitted. And had someone submit Green-Black Rock with 4 Dark Confidant. They were adamant that they wanted 4 Dark Confidant to be played in their submission. So we no-sirred that one. This actually seems pretty okay, right? I'm kind of in for Burning Wish at this point. Brainstorm's not terrible either. It gives me something to do with this other defense grade. Oh, you know what? I should stack that. I should stack that differently. I should stack it so Burning Wish is 3 cards down, so I draw the land next turn, so it's safe from a discard spell for a turn. We only allow one type of Bob, and it's the ranting kind. Ain't that the truth? I don't really have any comment that I didn't give last week, Zoran. Like I've said my piece there. I think there should be changes. I think Mana Dork should be removed, but I'm not the one that makes the rules. So they have to force the defense grid here. And then next turn I get to Brainstorm, crack my fetch, cast another defense grid. Oh, that's really good. Well, shoot. I have 1 copy of Abrupt Decay in my deck. I'm going to throw back this and this. They don't currently do anything. I'm going to crack this fetch. I'm going to cast Defense Grid. Oh, that should have been a blue source. Can we wish for anything? No. I think there should be a Void Snare in our 75. Shuffle away artifact mana and ignore it and go slow. How do we win by going slow? Can you articulate yourself? What does that look like? Oh, I can get Grapeshot. That's true. Yeah, this should have been a Volk. It's good. I guess getting Bayou means I can draw. Getting Bayou means I can draw. What's it called? Abrupt Decay. Yeah, we're very dead here. Alright. It feels like, so I enjoy the puzzles that this deck creates, much like I enjoy playing decks like Spanish Inquisition and Belcher and stuff like that, but as we're playing more, I feel like we're settling back down into the reality of what I believed Legacy to be, and that is the fair blue decks just being much better than the fair blue decks are good at keeping decks like this in check for the most part. So, well, it's fun to pop off with these on occasion. I wouldn't mind playing this on stream on occasion. My interest of potentially finding a copy of this and playing a paper tournament is wearing as we play more matches with it, which is good. You should, whenever you're super impressed with something, you should always practice. Like, you know, variance swings both ways. You can run good just like you can run bad. The first time we ran hot, you're saying? Yeah, I think the first time we definitely ran above average. I'm on the draw, I'm on the play. I'm on the draw. Can't keep this hand on the draw. This hand finds a land that goes on 1, right? Yeah, I might keep this. Worst case, we'll just like Petal Ponder. But if we get like a land or a Dark Ritual, the hand goes crazy. 063636, thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. No joke, Sheriff. Whenever I'm preparing for like a tournament that I care about, I will frequently stop playing the deck that I like at a certain point, because if you play anything enough, you'll hit a bad streak and you'll just be like, yeah, off it. Huh? I'm kind of in for these, huh? I think. Land is kind of what I want, right? Okay, end step Brainstorm probably implies that they're trying to kill me on their second turn. If I had to venture a guess. Yeah, them being bad is also an option, but usually it means you're dying. It looks like a mirror and we're gonna die. Alright, do your thing. Yeah, yesterday's set of Pioneer decks were really good. Thought they banned Mox Opal. Is that what people were just complaining about? Forgive the new guy Legacy. Why is end step Brainstorm bad? Because the reason why Brainstorm is considered a very powerful cantrip is because, generally speaking, you want to be able to shuffle your deck after you cast it. Because if you shuffle your deck... Oh, actually, you know what? Small thing here. I punted last turn. I should have put the fetch land into play because Echo of the Eons should have been on my mind. And if I would have put the fetch land into play, I could cast this Veil. Sorry. So Brainstorm's good because you want to be able to shuffle your deck after you cast it. Did Blue Red Eldrazi get pushed out? No, it's at the top of the queue. I just want to play it with Theros cards. So rather than play it now without Theros cards and then add it to the queue and wait for it to get to the top again, I'd rather just wait and play it with new stuff. So not guaranteed dead, but probabilistically dead after they give us both new hands. The possibility of Echo also means I probably should have played out some artifacts last turn. Definitely should have played the fetch land, though, because I could have been holding up a Veil of Summer here, which would have been super valuable. It means they couldn't Tendrils kill me and would have had to Grapeshot me. So they only have 2 extra mana at the moment. Storm counts 10. Did they brick? Wow, looks like they bricked. Good stuff. Second LED is absurd. Yeah, I mean, this archetype has a failure rate, just like everything else. Yeah, our 7 is pretty good, especially with the second LED drawn. We're going to Ad Nauseam here, I think. For those of you that are taking notes on how to play the Storm Mirror at home, being luckier is a very solid strategy. So Ad Nauseam lets us flip cards over off the top of our deck, and we lose life equal to their total converted mana cost. There is 1 6-mana spell in our deck, so the basic plan here is we draw until we have 6 life or less, and at that point we stop and figure out, can the cards we drew kill them? Now, because this is a mirror, our opponent is likely to have main deck copies of Veil of Summer as well, so I'm going to try and calculate if I can kill them with Grapeshot as opposed to killing them with Tendrils. So, looking at what I've drawn so far, it actually looks pretty reasonable. So I need to figure out how much mana we have. And again, I need to figure out if they're dead before I stop drawing cards. If they're not dead, I probably need to draw some more. We have a ton of mana here, though. So I already have a right. So I'm going to count how much additional mana I have now. I think I have trivial amounts. I currently have 2. Then this is +2. This is +3. So this is 2, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have trivial amounts of mana. Storm count is 6. So let's count storm count now. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then Grapeshot is 18. So I have both enough mana and enough storm count to kill them with Grapeshot. So we're going to go ahead and do that. It depends on how close we are to killing them, Zoran. So, like, for instance, if we just needed, like, 1 more storm count to kill them, it makes sense to just draw, because, like, wheeling isn't guaranteed lethal. So it depends on how likely we are to hit guaranteed lethal versus not, is the calculation you have to do there. We can also play Grid to prevent Veil. Oh yeah, that's true. Let's Grid to start and see what they do. That makes them have to Veil in response. And they do in fact have Veil, as expected. It's not a big deal. We have infinite. Then also getting them to cast the Veil in response there gives us a storm count. And they know that they're dead, because they're playing the same deck we are, so they know we're gonna get a Grapeshot and kill them. So Veil's obviously good here. I don't think Defense Grid's actually good here, huh? Is it crazy to board this out? I feel like I'm supposed to board this out. Maybe board in, like, a Chain of Vapor and an Abrupt Decay. I think is the plan. Test is supposed to be more explosive. Yep. Is the mirror on the site? Oh, that's a good question. Ant. Against Ant, it says to bring in Hope of the Ghirapur. But I feel like that's unnecessary. Hey, Kyle. I won the last season invitational in St. Louis with Amulet Sunday. Nice way to send off the store. Cool trophy and some money. Hey, sorry about your LGS closing. Congrats on taking down the tournament. What's going on, Dumpster? Yeah, we've been... Storm, decks like this... While I'm not convinced that this deck is tier 1 after playing it more, I do really enjoy playing decks like this. This deck has the most play to it of any turn 1 deck I've played in a while. Yeah, this hand's pretty good, right? It's got a Veil and a land to cast it. It's got a bunch of mana. Pretty sure we keep this. Can this hand go on 1? We make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I could wheel on 1. But it went to 6. It's tier 1 in our hearts. Am I taking legacy donations, or this is a special case? Legacy submissions are $100. As much as I'm okay with playing the format on occasion, it's not super popular in terms of content. So I kind of stagger the prices based on popularity. So Pioneer is 25, Modern is 50, Legacy is 100. Modern is tentatively 50. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 Modern decks at 50, and then we'll play them and see how the format feels, and then might adjust from there. Standard is 100 as well. Then, I mean, theoretically, Standard is very popular. My last sub-survey had almost 75% of respondents say that they enjoyed some amount of Standard. Yeah, tier 3s can add Standard, Pioneer, or Historic. You can also add a $20 kicker on top of your tier 3 to put a Modern deck in. So do I want to do something on one here? Only one of the Standard decks in the queue is something I've added so far. So depending on what submissions look like by tomorrow morning, so I'm taking tomorrow off from being live, so my work tomorrow is going to be not only build around submissions that viewers have submitted, but also filling the queue out so I can have a few days worth of Standard content. So what am I supposed to do here? The question is, like, do I go for it or do I wait? With the Veil of Summer, I almost feel like I'm supposed to wait. I think, so generating extra storm count usually isn't difficult. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and LED plus Chrome Mox. And then I'm just going to go ahead and pass. And just, like, hold up the Veil of Summer. So that way if they wheel, I have a bunch of mana in play. And if they don't wheel, I have the ability to play another land next turn, potentially. Thanks, Monster Man. Yeah, I try to make good decisions based on good information. It's difficult sometimes, but I do my best. Hey, thanks for keeping me around, Brian. I appreciate you shipping your Prime back this way again. Thanks for keeping me employed here. So now, here's an actual question. With this Burning Wish in my hand, I think I'm going to cantrip. Yeah, I think I'm going to cantrip the Veil here on their end of turn. And then do something next turn. Because, like, even if I don't find a way to, like, find my way into an Ad Nauseam next turn, I think I just wheel at that point. Because, like, wheeling with the extra mana plus a land drop, I'm probably good to go from there. They're being smart here. They're playing their artifact mana out. How do we wheel what makes red mana? Oh, you're right. I didn't have red mana, did I? I'm dumb. I'm dumb is the answer to your question. I didn't have red mana to cast Burning Wish until I drew this land. It's a good draw. Do I ponder first? I think I ponder first. Could find more mana. Any order shuffle? Any order shuffle. Sure. Making goblins in a matchup like this is generally a mistake. Don't do that, because they'll untap and they'll kill you. Our turn to wheel and miss, huh? At least we have a Veil of Summer, I guess. Only fair, right? They wheeled and missed last game. We wheel and miss this game. Something, low variance game, something, not gambling. Yeah, there's a chance we're not dead. They have to Grapeshot us from 19, which is, like, tough, but not impossible. like we just did to them. Probably Sultai Beansy. Sultai probably has a higher average card quality. So there are Tendrils on the board, but they have Grapeshot to play through Veil in situations like this. Honestly, after playing this, I kind of want to try Belcher with some of these new cards. I feel like there's a possibility that could be very reasonable. What are new cards for Belcher? Echo's a new card for Belcher, just like it's a new card for this deck. So we'll see if they still have yet to Ad Nauseam here. There's their last card, Ad Nauseam, or Wishclaw Talisman. Burning Wish doesn't do it because I have Veil of Summer. Okay, so Wishclaw Talisman will fetch Ad Nauseam. They'll pop their hand out here. Alright, we're dead to Grapeshot. I'm happy with what we did. Let's be a little bit luckier this game, huh? Echo of the Eons not looked good so far. So far, both times someone's cast Echoed in this match, their opponents untapped and won the game. This hand just doesn't really do anything, right? It's a shame this is a chain and not a cantrip. There's like a Brainstorm or a Ponder I'd probably keep. This is fine. Not amazing, but fine. We'll throw back a Wishclaw Talisman, go, land, Mox, Petal, pass. Hey, Grimwatch, thanks for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. B. Williams, let's get you a sword to go with that shield. Thank you for the 12 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Petal Brainstorm. Hoping to kill me this turn? They must be close if they're doing this. Wowie! Luca. Thanks for upping for a quarter of a year. Welcome back. I appreciate you putting your prime this way again. Happy Tuesday. Eh. Yeah, mana is definitely our bottleneck at the moment. Ponder here should mean we get a turn. Get to Brainstorm next turn, hopefully find some gas. Well, we found some mana. But I put these two back. And then I can go land, Chrome Mox, imprint, Brainstorm, play Wishclaw. I think is the plan. Hey, hype. Welcome back. I just drove 2 hours for a meeting to be told it was canceled. Rough. Well, thanks for keeping me around. I appreciate it. Am I dead yet? I appreciate the quarter of a year, Marky. Thanks for keeping me around for both the magic and the people talk. Feeling dead. Oh no! 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 I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. They don't have any more lands, I guess. They don't have any more lands, chat. Couldn't we have Whispers? I give you a 10-minute break to go read the standard legal card. It's actually not sorcery speed, which is something that's caught me up and I think is kind of silly. Wishclaw Talisman is a card that says can only be activated on your turn. So something that's actually come up that I've missed before is that you can activate this during your upkeep to shuffle a Brainstorm or like a Ponder from the previous turn if you were short a mana of doing it the previous turn. So it's like, not quite, it's not instant speed, but it's also not quite at sorcery speed. Yeah, it's weird. I really dislike when they break their typical templating molds with things like this. Like, I feel like the upside of this templating versus the consistency of doing it how they usually do it is bad. You can always find the current record by typing !record in chat. So they have enough to Ad Nauseam now. Mr. Wafatafu, thank you for the 2/3 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. It does not, Sheriff Wiggles. Okay, this is an Ad Nauseam that might not win the game here. Yeah, so they've got a Chrome Mox. They don't have any other starter. They hit Echo early. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to go for it here. But, like, they missed. And now we have a Wishclaw Talisman. Hey, thanks for the 5 months, Risu. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. You having a good one wherever you are? They didn't play a land yet for the turn. The land might get them there. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess this is only one with the Chrome Mox. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they one short? 3, 4, 5. No, they have 6. They have 6. So we are exactly dead. Burning Wish grabs. Tendrils almost lived through their Ad Nauseam. That really shows some of the power of the Storm deck. Like, their Ad Nauseam was exceptionally bad there, and we still died. It was a wash, Polly. They were making the same amount of mana regardless of if they got red or black there. Yes, this is the latest iteration of the Epic Storm Scooter. Wishclaw Talisman gives you a high enough artifact count to leverage Mox Opal. And then Veil of Summer is Veil of Summer, so you get to play a bunch of those in the main deck. Hey, thanks for the half a year, Phantom. Welcome back. Hope your January is off to a great start. Happy Tuesday. Aren't Storm players nice? Giving each other tutors is a nice way to play Magic. Something like that. This hand's fine. Not amazing, but fine. The single worst part about playing Legacy on Magic Online is that you can't just auto pass unless they're getting to see your hand, because you technically have to bluff Force of Wills in the early game. You lose some of that moto value. Yeah, this hand's fine. It's not explosive, but it's got good mana and it's got cantrips, so hard to be too upset here. It's also pretty okay against Thoughtseize, because, like, our hand needs a couple different things, and we're going to be cantripping anyways to get set up, so, like, finding one of the things they take away is, like, not a big deal. I assume they're going to take Wishclaw Talisman here. I suppose they could also take Ponder if they just, like, look at my hand and realize it doesn't do much, but taking Talisman's most likely correct. Dark Ritual, sure. As you will. Compensated with boosters for banned cards. You know, honestly, my favorite part about Magic from the digital perspective is the fact that none of your decisions that get made have to suffer the blowback from the secondary market. Having to deal with secondary market repercussions makes Magic a worse game in a lot of aspects. The fact that they have to take those, I think I would not be surprised if secondary market considerations is part of the reason it took Mox Opal so long to be removed from Modern. And like, by the time they finally bit the bullet and did it, it was like worth more than it once was. Oh, are they playing Ant? Ant probably still plays Thoughtseize in the main, huh? So the fact that they went Petal Preordain there makes me think this is a Storm Mirror. Ant, for those less familiar with Legacy, stands for Ad Nauseam Tendrils. It's generally considered the slower, more consistent version of Storm, but I don't know if that still holds true in this year, our Lord, 2020. Those are some good hits, so we get to like head on off to the pop-off farm here. So I throw back Talisman and Brainstorm. And then I have 1 mana, 2 mana, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can Ad Nauseam here. You need 8 mana to Wishclaw for Ad Nauseam and cast it. So that's the magic number you're looking for. Now, okay, so one thing, and this is actually kind of subtle, but one thing I did wrong here was I should have put back both Brainstorms instead of a Wishclaw Talisman. And the reason for that is I want to put lower converted mana cost cards into my deck if I'm going to be Ad Nauseaming. So super marginal, I basically just have 1 extra converted mana cost in my deck at the moment than I otherwise would need to have. But it could be relevant. So I was discarding anyways. So again, there's 1 6-drop in my deck, so I'm going to draw until I'm at 6 or less life. Then from there, we'll figure out if they're dead or not. If they're not dead, we'll risk it for the biscuit. If they are dead, we'll kill them. So we just go ahead and keep drawing until we're at or below 6. And we take a look at the spoils and see where we go from there. All right, so we have with arbitrarily large amounts of mana. Did I find a Wishclaw or a Burning Wish? I found both. Okay, so they're dead. I don't know how they're dead yet, but they're definitely dead. That card's banned. They just told me everybody's so upset they banned that card, Jeff. What do you mean? What do you mean you get to kill them with that? All right, so we're going to style on him and kill him with Grapeshot here, huh? Never miss an opportunity to style kill with Grapeshot, chat. Never miss an opportunity to style kill with Grapeshot. Welcome back, V-Ball. So my sideboard guide says to bring in 2 Hope of the Ghirapur in this matchup. That's weird. I guess they could have counterspells out of their sideboard. That seems fine. I think it's pretty marginal either way. It's a slightly lower converted mana cost than Defense Grid. Jimmy the Kudos, thanks for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Flesh-Eating Gnome, checking in for 15. I appreciate the Prime, folks. Thanks for taking the time to re-up that every month. Keeping me here. Meatballs! Thank you for the half year. Good morning, good morning. For folks who are my regulars, as a heads up in case you didn't see the stream title or the schedule, today is going to be an all Magic Online day. After this Legacy League, we're going to be doing 3 different Pioneer decks. I am off tomorrow, and then I will be back on Thursday with a Pioneer deck to start the morning, and then a bunch of Standard. As always, you can find my schedule and what I plan to play when up on my website. Sounds real good, right? I can't take a day off. I'm taking a day off to prep for the long weekend, Scrafted. I'm gonna be live Saturday, Sunday this weekend. Also, tomorrow is the pre-release day for people who Wizards loves, or more specifically, people who Wizards doesn't hate. So, me streaming without new cards against people who are streaming with new cards isn't a good use of my time. My numbers will be much worse than normal. Which is understandable. I don't blame people for wanting to see new cards. These are great, right? So next turn, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I think I stack these so I draw the Petal this turn. Do I need the Storm count next turn? I don't think I do. I think I just cast these out so they're not susceptible to discard spells. I'm just going to put LED out. The other 2 I don't mind if they discard. New animations are my favorite too. So I do kind of get punished if they play 2 discard spells this turn. Hey, Celtico. Thanks for the 2 months. I will be working most of tomorrow, building decks. I just won't be live. So I'm not off so much per se as I just won't be live. Am I supposed to wheel here? I feel like I'm supposed to wheel, right? Wheel of Fortune! Let's float mana with this, just in case I don't have another artifact. The classic Control Z, my Lion's Eye Diamond. I mean, all things considered, this isn't terrible. Am I supposed to Brainstorm first here? What if I Brainstorm, hold priority, crack the Lion's Eye Diamonds, so that way I can Echo after in case I miss on the Brainstorm? I think that's the play, right? I think it's Brainstorm, hold priority, crack these. Okay, so the Brainstorm found lethal then, right? Found likely lethal. So do I Wishclaw Ad Nauseam then? I'm supposed to Wishclaw Ad Nauseam, right? I'm out. I've got 2 Lion's Eye Diamonds in my bin though. But I've got 2 LEDs in my bin, but I also don't have a 6 mana spell in my deck. Oh, I could Burning Wish for Tendrils. The problem with that is I could get Flusterstormed. Although I guess anything I do could get Flusterstormed, right? Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna get Tendril. I'm gonna go get Burning Wish for Tendrils. And I don't think we have enough resources to play around anything here. You know, they don't look like someone who has it to me. Oh no! Oh no! They have it, chat! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Woo! Woo! Hand me sweating! Hand me sweating! Whew! Whew! Don't do it! Don't do it to me! Don't pump fake me! Have a heart! The pressure. Under pressure. Alright, I need to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Thanks for checking it out. Don't go anywhere. We got 2 more matches with this one. Oh gosh, chat. There's 4 different standard submissions waiting for me to review them. Maybe we will have standard decks to play through over the weekend. That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, this isn't corporate America, Zephyr. I don't get paid to go to the bathroom, so I do it quickly. I don't know what Shepherd of the Nightmares does offhand, coin flip. As always, I'd encourage you to just take a quick second, just submit the Google form on my website. It's super quick, I promise. If you hit the add button, you kind of do. That's true. That's true. It still loses me money in the long run, though, because, like, whenever you take a break for any reason, even if it's, like, 60 seconds, like, people leave the stream. That's just how Twitch culture works. So, I know there's a number of you that hang out through my breaks, and I really appreciate you, but people do bail anytime you take a break for any reason. Yeah, when I take my 3-minute break in between decks to, like, get the deck changed over and post pictures and stuff, I usually lose about 5 to 10% of my viewers or so. Thanks, Zero. Yeah, I think so, Foxicon. I think there's definitely been a huge shock to consumer confidence surrounding Standard, and I really, if I could implore the Arena team to do one thing, implore Wizards to do one thing, it would be that they really need to double down on support for Historic and Brawl and other non-standard formats on Arena. They need to treat those as core gameplay experiences, not annoying afterthoughts that players want that they don't want them to want. The one thing Magic does better that other card games just can't compete with is a deep card pool and game modes, and they really need to lean into that, not run away from it. Yeah, War of the Spark definitely shook people a little bit too, but I feel like Magic could have easily bounced back from what War of the Spark did had Eldraine not also been a disaster right after. It was the fact that it was like War of the Spark was bad and bad gameplay experience, and then like M20 was okay, and then Eldraine was also had a number of bad things about it. This hand's fine. Not amazing, but fine. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana on one. So if we draw a Dark Ritual, a Rite of Flame, or another LED, we can go on the first turn. Like, Modern rotated multiple times in the past. That's a good way to think about it. Things were so pushed that Modern effectively rotated. I agree with that. Morning, Volbeat. I don't actually think Field of the Dead was a problem. I think the people who complain about Field of the Dead are greatly overstating the issues that card generated. I think I keep these, and I just hope they don't have disruption next turn and hope that I don't die. They have an infect creature here, so they have to deal 10 to me to kill me. There aren't a lot of really very... I know, I feel like I'm a bad hype man saying this. I am a bad hype man saying this, but like, in the interest of always being honest, like, looking at the Theros cards, I understand why there isn't a lot of excitement or submissions around Standard for me, because like, there aren't that many that exciting things. Alright, so we're dead to Berserk here. Invigorate gives their thing +4/+4. And then Berserk will double it up. How do you feel about the Modern bannings? I think they were good. I think I would have also liked to see some unbannings, but at a minimum, this seems fine. So I know there's a land on top of my deck. I think we just YOLO it here, right? Are we on the YOLO plan, Chad? I think we're on the YOLO plan. Would you believe the Reddit hive mind is firmly convinced that Splinter Twin's too good for Modern? Yes, I would even go one step further, and I will bet you could probably find idiots on Reddit that will tell you that Splinter Twin is too good for Modern, while simultaneously telling you that Heliod Walking Ballista is fine for Pioneer. I would bet amounts of money you could find people that believe both of those things. Brainstorm here is good for us. Means they might not have the Force of Will. If they don't have the Force of Will, I get to Ad Nauseam. My 4-color Saheeli Evolution deck to be mildly playable. I actually put a 4-color Saheeli deck in the deck queue. It doesn't have Evolution in it, though. Evolution felt clunky last time I played. No joke, Hunox. The last time I had someone on Twitter tell me that Splinter Twin was too good for Modern, they literally did not know Spellskite was a card that existed. Just wanted to look at them and tell these kids these days to get off my lawn. It's don't you tell me you know what's too good or not too good. You don't even know what cards are legal in the format. Get out of here. I think I'm supposed to trim. I don't know how fast or how slow I'm supposed to go here. The Infect matchup's tough because they have disruption, but they also have a pretty quick clock. So part of me wants to trim some of these and put in the Hope of the Ghirapur, but another part of me wants to just keep all my mana and have only 6 anti-counter spell cards. Feel like there's a chance that 6 anti-counter spell cards is fine. My rule of thumb also is, in the event that I'm unsure how to sideboard with a linear deck like this, the correct answer is just stay linear. When in doubt, just try and get them. Is Hope better than Grid because it costs less mana? I don't know that that's strictly true. That strictly makes it better. Defense Grid has a lasting effect, whereas Hope is a one-shot. Yeah, there's a lot of cards that keep Twin in check. Yeah, no turn 1 Infector is great for us, for sure. Means we can take our time here and just Defense Grid on 2. My body is ready to die next turn. So they have land, invigorate. They have land, invigorate, berserk, we die. Well, that's good. Brainstorm means we're likely not dead. Not guaranteed not dead, but likely not dead. Modern, I've long been of the opinion that Modern is a format full of deeply offensive strategies, so trying to make the argument that Twin's an offensive strategy and deserves to be removed is nonsense. Is about my position. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I can Veil of Summer and Ad Nauseam this turn. So that definitely means we just get up and go here, right? Because I could die next turn. I don't think I'm supposed to let them untap here. They could theoretically have 2 counter spells here, I suppose. Yeah, that's definitely true, Sniper Wave. And that is a strange one to me. That's predicated as okay. All right. So we're done here. I suppose this can brick, technically, right? Well, we drew the Echo right away. So the fact that we drew the Echo right away means we draw until we have 3 life. Or we draw till we have 2. I don't have anything that costs more than 2 in my deck once the Echo's out, right? Alright. Now again, wasn't it better to start Veiling so we don't need to draw? Yeah, that's true, Luzzy. That's true. I could lead on Veil. I like that suggestion. Alright, so the question I need to ask myself here is, can I kill them with Grapeshot? Is what I want to figure out. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so I've trivial amounts of mana. We should be good to go here. I love that the fact that Veil of Summer exists means it's just strictly optimal to kill people with Grapeshot. Instead of just like it being BM like it once was to kill people with Grapeshot. Yeah, Veil only stops black and blue cards. So if we can kill them with Grapeshot, it's ideal. Because then you don't lose to Veil of Summer, whereas Tendrils does. Sometimes you don't have enough storm count to Grapeshot, and you like have to Tendrils. And like hope they don't have it. Don't call it a comeback, chat. We're 2-2. Let's see if we can get that burrito with the last matchup. For those of you that are unfamiliar with the burrito match, the difference between 2-2 and 2-3 and 3-2 on Magic Online is approximately $7 worth of digital prizes, or 1 burrito's worth of prizes. Yeah, like Legacy Leagues and Modern Leagues are the same now. In terms of... Is Stifle still bugged on Moto? I have no idea. I don't play enough Legacy to keep up with the bug log. Can you add tests back to the queue? You could add tests. I'd let you add tests back to the queue with a pair of tier 3s, if that's what you're asking. But a single tier 3 cannot add modern or legacy, no. This hand's not good enough, right? It's only got like 3 pieces of mana. Now, this is a hand. Oh, wait, I'm on the play? I thought we were on the draw. Huh? Whoopsie. We get to wheel here, right? I go land, ritual, Wishclaw, LED. Okay, yeah. So we get to wheel. Blue-white approach is next, right? No, we played blue-white approach yesterday. The decks we're playing today are in the stream title in order. So we're playing Mardu Knights as the first Pioneer deck today. So basically, wheeling here is great because it means both of us get random 7s. Oh, I guess it gives them a Wishclaw Talisman. That's fine. I have a Wishclaw Talisman and a random 7 because I'm a giver. Don't do it. Don't force me. All right, sweet. What does this hand do now? So I can go Ritual of Flame, Burning Wish. I could wheel again, technically. Is this hand above average, or do I wheel again? Do you just spin it again? I feel like I can do better, right? We're not here to not spin twice, fair. Fair. If I had one more mana, I could have made goblins, but because I don't, let's just wheel again. Hope you weren't. Man, doing this in paper would be so rancid. Doing this in paper would just be awful. All right, so I think I'm going to play this first Chrome Mox out and imprint nothing on it. Just so I can Mox Opal Ponder. Okay, I think I go draw Dark Ritual, leave Wishclaw on top, and then pass is the plan. Dear opponent, please don't spell snare me. I guess I lose the Spell Pierce here too. That's fine. Ain't nobody got time to play around Spell Pierce. Oh, they drew the Force. What a tilter. Maybe they had the Force and they only wanted to force an Ad Nauseam. That could be it too. Are we dead at this point? Because we're down. We don't have Ad Nauseam, and we've played both Echoes, right? They're a Force Chalice deck. Vomit. Okay, so... Empty. I think I'm going to board in empty and cut 3 Veil. Yeah, they exiled Thopter Foundry. I saw that too. Yeah, we got some good info there. They exiled Thopter Foundry and played Chalice, so I think the plan is to try and just, like, make a bunch of goblins on one. Yeah, it could be some kind of Tezzerator build. Is it good? Is it a good read? Who's got 2 thumbs and scoops to a force? This guy right here. Spin to win. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have enough to kill them with tendrils, though, right? This deck is basically competitive Belcher. That's why I like it. That is an accurate assessment. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So goblins it is. If I ponder, I still have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to ponder first, because I could hit rituals and kill them, right? Is LED lethal? So this is spell 8, this is spell 9, tendrils is 10. So yeah, so this LED is lethal. They could have a force, you're not wrong. Survey says, good games, opponent. Good games. Good games. All right, so hit the 2-3 again. You know, this is how Magic goes. That matchup seems especially hard. Our opponent's playing a deck that has both Force of Will and Chalice of the Void in it. After playing this deck more, my thoughts on this deck seeming like it's potentially busted with the new cards have definitely changed. It's just okay. I think a more competitive version of Goblin Charbelcher is probably a more apt summary. I think it's still a lot of fun. I think I'd take it to play it on occasion if people want to add it to the deck queue, but I think my idea of finding cards to play in paper has passed. So, all right, what are we doing? At any rate, the rest of the day is going to be all Pioneer. We're going to go ahead and dive on into some Mardu Knights as the first deck up here today. I'm going to go ahead and hit a quick ad roll while I get everything switched over to this. We'll be back in a few. Thanks for hanging out today, folks.